All right, welcome, Mama Africa. This is Complete Football Africa, and we are so excited. This is the time of the year where we're going to have some fantastic games. We have the African playoffs, in which the first game, which we talked about yesterday, is going to be Nigeria versus Gabon. And today, we're going to talk about the clash in the breadbasket of Africa, Central Africa. This is the Central African Derby. We have Cameroon versus DR Congo. This is going to be a fantastic game. Unfortunately, both teams weren't able to come first in their groups. Cameroon finished behind Cape Verde. Cape Verde, we know they've been doing very well. They did well in the African Nations Cup last year or 2 years ago, in which they qualified. I think they made it to the semifinals or the quarterfinals, and they're continually building up upon their strengths, which is very good defensive play. And Cameroon fell short. I think one of the reasons Cameroon fell short was because, despite the fact that they have a fantastic midfield and they have a fantastic forward game and they play a high press, they're inconsistent in finishing at times. The last three games they played in qualifying, they did not. I think they scored um, maybe two goals in the last three games. So their finishing needs to improve, and also they are susceptible in defense. Their defense is, for lack of a better word, it's brittle. And if they're not careful, a team like Congo could exploit their fullbacks and give them trouble, especially since Congo goes on the counter. Now, on the other hand, we've got the opposite. You've got Congo, which is defensively solid, doesn't really have a powerful strike force, but depends on counter attacks. So we have to watch out for that. The thing that might hurt them a little bit is that they don't score a lot, and they've lost their main attacking player, Yoana Wissa. So that's going to be a problem for them. Also, sometimes they don't handle situations of pressure very well. So when we look at this game, you're looking at the tactical matchup. It's this is a tactician's dream, or anyone who loves strategy in football. This is their dream. You have Cameroon with great midfield players, Andre Frank, Aguisa, and Baleba. These guys are fantastic. They have a lot of depth coming forward and striking. With their midfield is great. Then they have a lot of attacking strikers. And they have Embuemo too. Embuemo is very, very, very good. Upon that, with Aguisa in midfield and Abubakar, this is a team that's made for midfield players. They remind me a little bit of Nigeria, except I think their midfield is more creative than Nigeria's, but Nigeria may have a better, more lethal forward line, especially with our favorite player, Osime. Osime. But in general, what I'm saying is that Cameroon is fantastic in the midfield, creative guys who can hold the ball, and they've got a very good strike force and forwards. The only problem is that sometimes they have problems linking their midfield to their attack, and also they are susceptible to counterattacks. Their defense sometimes gets caught off guard making silly mistakes. So they're going to have to watch out for that. I'm seeing this game is going to be very, 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 very close. I think that my prediction is that if you look at it, perhaps Cameroon might win 1-0 just because they have enough firepower. But I'm looking at this game as possibly being a 1-1 and maybe even going into penalties. So we're going to have to wait and see about that. Let's take a closer look at Congo. They're missing Yohan Wissa, and that's going to be a big problem for them. But in defense, they've got Mbemba, and they've also got Bisaka, and their main scoring threat in this game is going to be Bakambu. But the problem is that their midfield is a little bit non-existent as far as I'm concerned, and the way they play is sort of a low block, very structured defense, and then they go straight forward to attack. But like I said, now that they've had their main offensive player on the attack injured, Wisa injured, that's going to bring a big problem for them. So they're going to be lacking something in forward firepower, and you're going to see them probably have to sit back a lot. And these guys are going to hold the ball a lot. Um, Cameroon is going to hold the ball and have a lot of creative play, but they're going to struggle to break down Congo's defense. So it's going to be very close. I see this as being a defensive match only because Congo's defense is so fantastic, and also Congo is physical. So I can see their central defenders giving a hard time to Cameroon, not a hard time, but clashing with these guys because we know the Congo guys are also strong. Like I said, this is Central African derby, so it means a lot of bones, heads, backs, ankles, knees, and egos are going to be wounded. Um, I'm leaning towards Cameroon just because of their advantage in midfield. So if Cameroon is going to lose this game, it's going to be because it ends in a draw and with penalties. I just don't see Congo as having the firepower to beat them. We're going to be sitting down and enjoying this match. This is going to be a gruesome match. It's going to be a very gruesome match. Also, Cameroon has a slight advantage because this is going to be in Morocco. And from what I hear, a lot of the Cameroonian fans are going to be there cheering their teams. This is going to be crazy. If I'm a Nigeria fan, and I promise you, I don't want to play uh, Cameroon because you guys injure people in the midfield, but at the same time, Congo too. So good luck to both teams. What do you guys think? Give us your opinions on how this game is going to play out. I'm very interesting to see. Drop it in the comments. Once again, Mama Africa, this is Complete Football Africa. We're here to stay. We love African football. We cover all things African football. And for the next month and a half, going into the Nations Cup, we're going to be following the drama that's about to unfold in the World Cup qualifiers to get to the main qualifiers next year, and for the African Nations Cup, which is going to be which is going to be unbelievable. Let's have fun. We're going to be here every day talking about football. Stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. We have to support Africa's most faithful football channel. My name is Mustafa Janadu, coming out of DC. I miss Africa. I'm from Nigeria originally, so I'm sitting over here watching all of this, wishing I was there with you guys. Good luck to you guys. Mwah. Have a good day.